Alright viewers, we got a Jeep Compass here and we are doing a right rear wheel bearing. So it came in with a humming noise. So I'm going to teach you how to change a wheel bearing here, right rear wheel bearing. Walk you through it. It's a pretty simple job, so we'll walk you through this. So first thing we're going to want to do is take the caliper off. So there's two 14mm bolts holding the cradle. We're going to take this off as one unit. So Josh, you want to point to that 14mm bolt? Right there, and there's one at the bottom. So we're going to do that. So we're going to, once it's off, just flip it up, set it down as a unit. Next we're going to take the rotor off. Give it a couple smacks. Next, we got to take the axle nut off, and there's a cotter pin through this. So Josh, you're going to want to bend the cotter pin straight, pull it out. You camera shy? We got the young apprentice helping out right now. So if you live up north like us, you're going to deal with rust, and it might be a little tricky to get out. You just got to work it out. I envy you people down in California. Okay, that comes off. Take the crush washer off, and then you grab your axle nut socket. So Josh, I think that's a 32. And then we'll gun the axle nut off. Now, you're going to want to make sure the shaft moves like that. If it doesn't, sometimes you can hit it with an air hammer or put the nut back on so it's flush. If I can do that. It's hot. Put it back on. Get it flush and then hit it with a hammer. You just want that shaft to move. And I'll show you why in a second. So you're going to want to come on the back side now, and there's four bolts holding this bearing on. So you're going to want to be very careful of that ABS sensor right there. And you're going to want to take these out. You're going to need a flex socket to take these out. So we're going to go ahead and take these out. There's four of them. So okay, now that you got all four of those out, we're gonna go back to the front, lower this down, Josh. This is our slide hammer kit. Pick it up at your local parts supplier. So you find the right adapter. Put the wheel nuts back on. Josh is going to hook this up. And once it's hooked up, just give her the beans. You want to, I put gloves on. You want to do it? Now normally what happens most of the times is you'll pull the whole backing plate off because it's so seized, and then we're going to hit the bearing down with an air hammer to get it out. Because we live in lovely Canada where rust likes to grab a hold of things. We got it out now, and this thing was seized. I had to heat all here. I had to bust the torch out, but it's out. You're going to want to sand all in here because of the rust. So this goes in there and it seizes around that ring. This is the new one. You're going to want to match it up, and it does come with a clip for the new, to clip in the ABS sensor. That's one thing I forgot to tell you guys. Before you actually take it out, you got to unclip that from the back side when you're removing these bolts. And when you're putting this in, you're going to want to put lots of lube on the shaft, all in here, so it doesn't seize up again. Put this in, the ABS sensor goes on this side, so you're going to want to make sure you don't put it in like that. So once you get it up, you'll go around the back side and you'll put those 17mm bolts back through, tighten them up, torque them to spec. So what I do is I tighten it all the way to pull the shaft in as far as it goes and loosen it, and then I'll torque it with a torque wrench. So the torque is 181 foot-pounds, so you're going to want to set your torque wrench. And torque it, and if you don't have someone to put a pry bar to hold this, you can always put the wheel on and take the center cap out and then torque it when it's on the floor so it doesn't spin. So once that's done, you're going to want to put your spring washer, your castle, and then I get a new cotter pin. You can reuse it if it's saved, and then you're going to line it up, put your cotter pin through. So cotter pin's back in, you flip it up, cut the other side, and now you're good to put your rotor back on, put the caliper with the 214s back on the floor, torque the wheel, and out she goes. Alright there viewers, so now you can do this yourself. This is an easy job to do at home. I hope this helped you. If you liked the video, like it, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, and keep on trucking.